But
it was like 90 today.
That's a good sound.
It was like 90 today. Yeah, we're live.
We're fucking live.
We're live with our special guest. Oh, it's the podcast, the No Name Podcast.
No Name Podcast. Coming at you
with me, Jordan, and that guy over there is Justin.
I'm Justin.
And we have a special guest, Brooklyn, today.
Brooklyn. Woo. Welcome, Brooklyn.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Hell yeah. Happy we finally got you on here. We've been trying to get you on here for a long time. You know, let's just start off with this. I pitched the idea of having garden updates. But you know, I guess that never really worked out too well. But my first question is, how did the garden go this year? Or is it still going? Or what was the yield?
That's a really good question. There was some great headway in the gardens. In the summertime, a lot of my cactuses grew big time.
Really?
I love
awesome.
The new growth on the cactus because it's like a way different color.
And it's like local, right? It's like meant for this environment. So it's like perfect to see the growth in a plant that is meant to be growing where it's at, you know?
Yeah, I love it. And it's the only one I have. I've never seen it anywhere in a store before. So I like
shit. Okay.
And last year a piece of it fell off and I just like planted it in the ground right next to it. And that one grew some low propagation. I tried to go tomatoes, but that didn't work out very well.
Oh, what happened? My tomatoes died as well. So let's talk about why our tomatoes died. My tomatoes died because I kind of stopped watering them and they didn't get enough sun because I put the planter box in a place where it was shaded like half the day. So that was my issue.
My issue was I planted them in a pretty shallow grow bag, and I think tomatoes, they need their roots to like.
Yes. Yeah, that's what my gardener that I bought them from said. He's like, make sure they have at least a foot of soil underneath them.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't have nearly enough.
But did you have like the green growth, like the stems at least were like growing and good?
Oh yeah, it got super bushy, and but I just never saw any flowers on it. It never.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. I got like on a couple of them, I got some little yellow flowers, like they were about to like start fruiting, and then it would get like 100 degrees again, and I couldn't water them all the time, so it's like they just, you know, they would just shrivel up and fall off. But they're still green, like they're still sitting there, like they could produce like at any moment. I feel like, but so it was cactus and tomatoes for you.
Yeah, I got rid of the strawberries.
Yep, my strawberries died too.
I got rid of them because they were attracting a lot of snails and slugs.
Oh.
I was tired of it. I was just like, I don't even eat.
They were attacking the other plants.
They're attacking the other plants.
Well, strawberries are kind of like a natural weed. Like they grow wild up here. Like strawberries are a year-round plant. Like you don't have to plant them every year. Like if you have a strawberry bush, you don't have to plant it again. You know, you just like grow it and then it'll die off and then it'll come back the next year in the same spot. Like you don't have to replant them if they're in a good spot. But like any berry is super, super, super water intensive. So that's why all of my like water intensive crops totally died. My broccoli did good. So I got some broccoli. And then my green beans did okay. But broccoli and green beans are like known to be hardy ass fucking vegetables. So
that's really cool. I've never grown broccoli before.
Can you grow green onion up there?
Dude, leeks. Leeks are natural. On my property, I have natural wild leeks. So like you will walk into an area and you'll just start smelling onion. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And you look around and you'll find a little bushel because they grow in little groups of like, yeah. So not green onion, but like leeks, which I guess that's the same shit, right? Or like it's similar. It's like a chive.
Yeah.
So yeah, but not like green onions though. Not really.
You should grow them.
However,
They're easy to
go ahead.
grow.
Post
Are
some
they?
in your garden.
Yeah, green onions are super easy to grow, and they grow really fast.
Okay. My coworker. Sorry, go ahead.
If you get some from the store and like keep the bulbs, you can put them in just water, and they'll grow in just water for a while.
I've heard that as well. The thing that I'm trying to grow, bro, apparently the climate that we're at right now is perfect for garlic. Like outside of China, like this is a major garlic producing zone. Like there's a farm across the valley that just grows garlic. And it's
There
fucking
and Gilroy.
What's good?
There and Gilroy.
Where's Gilroy at?
Gilroy, that's outside like
South
that's
of
not
San Jose.
yeah, south of San Jose in like,
Kind of
Salinas.
Monterey area by Monterey.
Salinas. Seaside, Salinas,
Yeah.
Monterey.
They have the garlic festival every year.
Yeah, that shit is definitely something that I'm gonna be doing is trying to grow garlic. Because garlic also does the same thing. Like you just let garlic sit there, bro, that shit'll germinate in itself and just start growing.
You got acreage. You should grow potatoes too.
I got an acre. I don't know if that qualifies as acreage, but yes.
Well,
I will.
You got a lot of land to just like have a small section.
And the back part of my land that's not mine is all railroad. They don't check that shit. I could use that all for garden space.
Totally. They wouldn't care.
No, they would be stoked.
But then what do? They pop it down?
No, I have seen 3 trucks on that railroad access road behind my place this whole year. One of them was a massive crane, which they needed to fix the train bridge. The second one was like a little ATV from that they were just checking the propane and the solar panels. Bro, you got to do the throw. You got to throw it.
Sorry, it was supposed to be on speaker only.
You got to get the veins popping. And the third was just like a normal truck. So there's like, dude, there's no one ever back there. I think next year I might start chopping down some of those trees and see if they notice, just to open up my like solar a little bit, get better solar and see if they notice. And then if they don't notice me chopping down the trees, then I'll put a garden there.
You can just say like, yo, it was about to fall over onto my property, or it did fall over.
Or it did fall over.
Yeah.
I could just say that, and then I just chopped it up and burned it because it fell over.
We'll bleep this out. We'll cut this out.
Yeah, state of Montana, don't listen to this. This doesn't pertain to you. But yeah, so that's definitely my plan for my garden next year is to like, or not next year. I'm thinking next year I'm gonna have to take a break from the garden. Next summer, I need to go on trips, bro. This whole summer I haven't done shit.
That's why I'm
What's that?
Plant potatoes, because then you could just leave them in the ground and forget about them. Start them early, have them grow for a year, and you don't even have to do anything. 2 years from now, they're going to be massive.
Dude, that's the highest yield crop that I see on these people I watch in Alaska, which is like the closest growing environment like that I get to see like all the time. And it's like they have so many potatoes, and I'm like, I'm sure I could get hella potatoes. Hella potatoes would be sick.
Do you want to hop into it? Do you got your topic that you want to talk about, or do you want me to start with the topic that I brought to the table today?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Let's get her going.
You want me to start?
Yeah, let's get it.
We're gonna start hot. I just found out. This is a fact. This is a true fact. Okay, nukes aren't real.
What? Nukes? Like the bomb?
What?
Yeah. Nuclear bombs
Breaking news.
are not real.
Breaking news.
I've never heard this theory before.
This is the nukes aren't real.
Okay.
And can either of you guess how many countries in the world supposedly have nukes?
Everyone is supposedly have them.
So the ones that supposedly have nukes is the United States, China, Russia, Germany, France. No, not Germany.
No Germany.
Germany.
Oh, they were probably banned from it.
Yeah, they're banned.
So France,
Yeah.
India, and Pakistan.
Yeah.
Africa is in.
Oh, and potentially North Korea.
You're missing.
That's all I got.
North Korea has nuclear technology. There's no actual confirmation that they have a nuclear bomb. There's been no public nuclear bomb test.
So then Iran wouldn't count either.
Right. So you got 7. You got 7. You're missing 2 more. Did you guess
Canada?
them? Nope, not Canada.
Japan.
Great. The
Japan's the
United
same.
Kingdom or Britain.
Yeah, Great Britain. Japan's in the same boat as Germany after World War II.
Yeah, they got banned from it.
They're under
Australia.
Germany's under NATO protection, and then Japan's under
Australia.
ours. We have military bases. Nope, not Australia.
Dude, I don't know the last one. I don't know.
I don't know. What is it?
Unless it's like, no, I don't know. I don't even want to guess.
It is. I lost it. Hold on. Sorry. Say something.
It's
Say
not-
something. Fill the air.
Hey, it's not one of the Norwegian countries, is it?
Okay.
They don't have nukes.
United States, Russia, China, France, Great Britain, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and then the 9th is Israel.
Israel. Fuck! Damn it. I forgot Israel. But they only have it because of us. That's bullshit. They shouldn't really, they wouldn't really have it. They
So
guaranteed they would not have it.
So does like 7 of those countries have it because of us.
But why are they like not real?
So the theory is that nukes aren't real and they're just a government
Scared.
propaganda scare tactic to scare other nations and to give off a sense of strength for our nation.
So what you I think where I think you're going with this, let me guess. Once you are able as a nation scientifically to advance enough to somehow create, because obviously I think America, I mean we probably have nukes because we nuked Japan. But like as a nation, if you're able to produce the radiation that makes it the signature look like you have a nuke, maybe that's where the fake nuke comes in. If you're just able to produce the fake radiation, that's the signature of the nuke on the testing.
So people, well, when it comes to Japan and us dropping the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the people that don't believe, or I mean myself, that the conspiracy theorists that don't believe nukes are real, they say that those 2 bombings were actual massive firebombing campaigns, similar to what we had already done to Tokyo. And that after we hit those 2 cities, we, like as a nation, use the new term atomic and nuclear bomb as a scare tactic to scare Germany and other countries around the world to think that we have a power that is like
that we don't. So
next.
then they were also, so this comes into a grand conspiracy, because so what would happen is, like I said, the radiation signal has to be reproduced, and then the mushroom cloud needs to be reproduced, which conventional bombs don't create mushroom clouds. But if they could come up with a way to replicate a mushroom cloud, then yes, you could absolutely falsify a fake nuclear bombing, but that's like the signature.
There was that explosion, was it in Lebanon, the Lebanon port?
Beirut.
The Beirut port that had
Yep.
like a small mushroom cloud from
It
that.
did. That's right. You're true. That's true. That's true.
And some people,
So-
some conspiracy theorists think that was a tactical nuclear blast too.
Really?
A small scale, yeah.
Like a quarter ton, like a little tiny one,
Yeah.
like a
small.
little. Wow. Okay.
And
Also,
so there,
that is
so there are
a
those
crazy
9
occurrence.
there are those 8 countries that have those 8 nation states that have nuclear bombs, and then North Korea that is kind of a wild card that says they have them, even though they're a smaller nation state. But conspiracy theorists believe that it's similar to the Antarctic Treaty and how all the nations, even the ones that are enemies,
Haven't been there.
against each other, like no, they have an agreement to no one colonize Antarctica, and no one's allowed to go there. You know, the public's not allowed to go there. They think it's a similar ordeal when it comes to nuclear bombs to scare the public.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see where it's coming. I see definitely how that is, like a major possibility from a policy perspective. Like the policies set in place against nuclear bombs are very similar to the policies set in place against colonizing Antarctica. So I do see how that scare tactic could be implemented, but I find it curious, the delineation between nuclear power and nuclear bombs. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just kind of a it's kind of
if
interesting.
they are real, why, like, what makes a country have them or don't? Like, is it money? Is it status? Like, how do they, is it technology?
I think it's literally technology. I think it's 100% state guarded technology secrets. And it's like, if you have scientists in your country that are working for the government that are smart enough to figure out how to start a chain reaction, which is what a nuclear bomb is supposedly supposed to be. If someone in your government can figure out how to start a chain reaction, then you're going to fucking closely guard that secret. You're going to pay that scientist millions and millions of dollars not to share that secret. And you're going to
not quite millions. They're just going to threaten to kill them and their family and all their closest loved ones and friends.
There we go. That too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the only difference. It's like, if you have a smart enough person in your country to figure that shit out, which we did in France, shouts out to France, let's go. And in America, all that shit. So I don't know.
I mentioned Antarctica earlier. Antarctica also has a crazy secret. The Antarctic Treaty, like I said, all the nations in the world agree that it's like a public domain, but at the same time, the public's not allowed to go there. Right?
Right.
And the elites of the world, the ruling families that control resources in the world, like oil or gold mine or emerald mines, like Elon Musk's family in South Africa,
JP Morgan,
or the Saudi Arabian royal family.
Yeah. We know who the biggest investor in sorry, just a quick side note. You know who the biggest investor in oil, fossil fuels is annually? I just said it. JP Morgan Chase. They invest $100 billion a year into fossil fuels.
Should we not bank with those people?
I still got Chase.
I got Chase.
I got Chase too.
Dude, I had Chase back when it was Washington Mutual, and then Chase bought him up after the crash.
JP Morgan got him. Yeah, dude. Fuck JP Morgan, man. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, with gravity, everything falls down, right?
Yes,
Isaac Newton, the apple fell on his head and plonked him.
That's law number one.
So if everything falls down and Antarctica is at the bottom of the earth, And gold is a very heavy element. All the gold falls down to the South Pole at the bottom of the earth. And no one's allowed to go there except the elites like John Kerry and the Pope.
Sir.
The Pope?
Yes.
What's the Vatican made out of? The Vatican's made out of gold.
Pure gold.
And like all these elites that get to go there, why are they going there? Because they got their robot enslaved workers down there mining gold out of the ground because that's where it all is. It's all in Antarctica.
So I agree to that, to where the future is in Antarctica, bro. Guaranteed. I don't know who's working down there, who's got their workers down there, but whoever's got their workers down there, they are setting up shop, dude. They're setting up shop to do something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know that that's not exactly how gravity works, but Antarctica is like a huge continent, like massive continent, and there's been absolutely zero resources tapped in Antarctica. Everything is there. It has everything. It's just
what I'm saying, bro. Natural gas. It's got fossil fuels. It's got renewable energy for half the year. There's pure sun on just that part of the world. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's so much potential down there that World War III will not be fought over countries that are already divided. World War III will be fought over Antarctica. 100%. Like, World War III isn't going to start from like, oh, Putin has invaded Ukraine. Wah, wah. Like, no one really gives a shit about that, like in the West, or like obviously we all were worried when we were paying higher gas prices. Like, that sucked. But it's like, now that that's over, it's like, what is the price of Putin invading Ukraine? Nothing really. It's just Russians dying. So that's not going to start World War III.
Well, for Europe, gas price, energy prices are going up.
True, that is true. But like, what's going to start the actual World War III would be a fight over a landmass of like that is unclaimed. And there's only one unclaimed landmass in the world. In
this section within the ice wall. Okay.
True.
Outside the ice wall, there's like so much more.
Yes, that is right. I forgot about the ice wall. But yeah, for sure. Either inside the ice wall or outside. I think it's going to be unclaimed land that will be the start of World War III. Nothing in the immediate future. I think we're good for World War III, bro. If we made it past all this bullshit that we already just went through, like, I think we're good.
You know what I mean? World War III in our lifetime?
Well, not really. Like, maybe. Maybe. What do we got, Sharon?
Can you see this?
Not yet.
I'm looking at the screen's not sharing?
No, it's just loading still on my end.
Okay.
It's spinning.
Let me try one.
It just says Jordan has shared a screen. And I can see you. And now it's spinning again. I still got 4 bars. The screen share worked when you did the emergency meeting. Oh, there it is. Ew.
Okay, so what we're looking at right here is Antarctica, okay? I'm on Google Earth. I'm going to zoom in. This peninsula right here. Can you read that? It
looks like a fucking dick. No,
yeah.
What to say?
Yeah, and you know who owns it? A fucking dick. Rothschild. He owns Antarctica. The elites are going there and they're just claiming land right now. It's like the fucking Louisiana Purchase, and when they just let everyone run out and claim land, but they're doing that for the elites only.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. We need to go there now and move there now and become natives.
And who knows? Like, dude, that's just like a prime spot. Look at all that beachfront right there. Google is probably lying to us. It's probably not even snowy down there.
Nah, bro, that's fucking prime time. You got the whole peninsula, bro. That's the best place.
That's like
He's
Cabo.
inside of
You
a
literally
bay.
got like Cabo
He's
right there.
inside of a bay with a peninsula. God damn. Fuck,
And-
that's fucked
And
up.
right there,
Does
that
it really
bay-
say that on Google Earth? Does it really
No,
say
that's
that? Are you
real.
actually on Google Earth?
Rothschild. That's Rothschild Peninsula in Antarctica. That's
Go
real.
zoom back in. Zoom back in. Let me see that shit. Let me see the name.
Well,
I didn't actually read it. Zoom in enough so I can read the name. It's real small on my phone.
It doesn't get bigger. It just zooms in, but the name doesn't get bigger. The actual text doesn't get bigger.
This is Rothschild. What's the
It
one
says
on the one that
Rothschild.
looks like India?
Alexander Island up here.
Okay. Who's Alexander?
Alex. I
Alexander
don't know.
the
That's a
Great?
good question.
Bro, that dude died a long time ago.
That's a good question. We should actually find out who these names are.
If Rothschild owns one of them and Alexander is the other, who the fuck is Alexander?
There's a Thurston. Thurston is down here.
Who the fuck is Thurston?
Uh,
I'm thirsting for some knowledge. I want to find out who the
Yeah.
fuck Thurston is.
and then over right there by. Okay, so that's Rothschild, right?
Yep. That's fucked up. I cannot believe that that's on Google Earth. I really cannot
That's
believe
Rothschild. And then you
that.
go
I cannot
right
believe
off.
it.
If you go right off, do you see this? Do you see what's in the ocean right here? All these dots. Can you see
New
these
Zealand?
dots?
Oh yeah, no, the dots. Yeah, what about the dots?
That's like they're in
Oh, it's like
straight
seamen.
lines. It's like fucking checkerboard of dots
Oh.
under the ocean right there.
Those are ocean vents potentially. Oh god,
But-
what is that?
But they're in straight lines though. They're linear.
What is that?
90-degree angles straight. Like up here, if we go up here, we see 3 in a row. You know what that looks like? Looks like the constellation of Orion, dude. It looks like the fucking pyramids of Giza and Teotihuacan underneath the ocean right there. And who would have their hands in that? The Rothschilds. Big money. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And there's the 3 big ones, and then there's all the other smaller pyramids underneath. And what happened?
What the fuck?
What happened back in the day? The YDB impact event, massive ice cap melting, global sea levels rose over 400 feet. Where would we see stuff that's covered under the water? Right on coastlines, right there. Look at those. Look at that.
Wait. Sea levels rose. Hello?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, you said sea levels rose with the YBD. Sorry.
Yeah, sea levels rose 400 feet. Okay. And those three dots, those 3 big dots that are in the same of the in like an Orion constellation are right on the coastline. And so if sea levels rose 400 feet, it's gonna flood the pyramids and they're gonna be underwater. The pyramids are always near water sources. Even the Giza pyramids were. Some people think that the Giza pyramids were a power plant, and the Nile River flooded the Giza plain and
The plateau. Yep.
the plateau, and like there was underwater water tunnels, and it like pumped through the pyramids and stuff.
And that's how they rose the blocks up, was from the pressure from that water. Yeah. Or the help of aliens. But
Or sound technology.
so
Yeah. So that's all I have.
incredible. That is incredible.
That's all I have.
But bro, we just unlocked a whole can of worms. This is like fucking
Indiana Jones.
What's the box? It's like the black box. It's like you don't open
Pandora's.
the box. Pandora's box, bro. You just open Pandora's box here because that is too apparent. That is way too apparent, way too visible to everybody for everybody to be able to see that on Google Earth. I cannot believe that was on Google Earth.
I don't think it's anything.
What? But why would it look like that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just not
Brooklyn.
solution.
So, okay, so
Can't trust what the computer is showing us.
the first thing that I thought about was like hot spots underneath the earth. Like as it rotates, maybe it's like a linear hotspot, and as it rotates, they'll just pop up in a grid fashion. But it's like, why did it look like a grid of indents? You know, I don't understand that geologically. That doesn't make sense. Geographically, that doesn't make sense. I just can't believe that's on Google Earth.
Why is
And
Rothschild's name on there? I don't like that.
Why
guy.
is Rothschild's name on there? I don't like him either. Why is anyone's name?
I would name it after myself.
True.
Well, yeah, me too. But
they have
True.
their
But he's known for not being a good guy. And the elites, they're allowed to go there and like name places of Antarctica after themselves when we're not even allowed to go there because we're not part of the club. We don't have enough money. I mean, if you got the dough, I mean, use it, but I'm jealous.
We're a little jealous. Rothschilds, bring us in if you hear this message, please. Throw a couple million our way. We'll do it. We'll use it well. Speaking of using money well, taxpayer money well, let's talk about the DART mission, which is a resounding, unless anyone else has anything else to talk about or anything they want to interject on the topic of the fucking Rothschilds owning parts of Antarctica, which is crazy. Are we closing that chapter, or you still want to go in?
That's it for the conspiracy chapter for this episode.
But that's not even conspiracy though. It said Rothschilds on Google Earth. Why the fuck did it say that? How is that? That's like conspiracy is when they don't say Rothschilds on Google Earth, but they do own it. The name is there.
Who is? I don't
what the
know.
fuck?
I don't know who this guy is.
The Rothschilds are a banking family. They were a banking family. The basically own all the debt.
They're Jews.
They're Jews, but they loan money, so they own everyone's debt. That's what the Rothschilds are, essentially. They own like debt to countries and shit.
And if you look at their head, they have really big skulls.
Bro, I don't want to look at their head.
Some of them
Bro, that's gross.
Dude, we just looked at their peninsula. Dude, some of them have elongated skulls, and they're known for interbreeding. And they've been
we're talking about an elite group of Neanderthals.
They're like considered like one of the Illuminati families, and their wealth, like Forbes has like their wealthiest people list. Their wealth, they don't like the real actual wealthy people on Earth that own like everything
on that list.
They're not on that list, and the Rothschilds supposedly have like over $1 trillion in family worth. So
yeah. I mean, it's real, bro. It's real.
But other topics other than this, Brooklyn has a segment about dreams.
Yes.
Yeah, the dream world. What is it? Why is it there?
Why is it there? And it takes up so much time of our lives. Like a third of our lives is spent in that world, right?
Yes.
And so why don't we know more about it? Or like, what do we know about it? What do you guys know about it?
I don't know anything.
Jordan doesn't really dream that well. He doesn't remember his dreams that much.
Holy shit! Really? I remember all my dreams. I dream every night.
I had a few dreams. I actually had 2 dreams in one night this week, and then
shit.
But I when I got up in the morning, I forgot them right away.
But you knew you dreamt.
Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night and I remembered them, and then I went back to sleep, and then, like to remember your dreams, you should wake up and like take a minute,
fall back asleep,
and like keep a dream journal. But I woke up, my alarm went off, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to get to work, and that's all I thought about. I didn't try and lay there and recall my dreams. If I would have done that, I would have remembered them better.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really important to write them down. It's the only way you're going to signify to your brain that, oh, this is important.
This is a dream that I'm having, not just a memory flashback. Like that's how you can like differentiate it when you're inside the dream, like
Mhm.
or even not necessarily, well, definitely inside the dream, because that's my favorite part about whatever the unconscious realm is being able to like lucid dream. Like that's my favorite part of the unconscious realm. But the most probably important part of the unconscious realm is that dreaming process where your brain, and this is my understanding, you can tell me if I'm wrong. My understanding of it is the dreams are an offloading that your brain does to get rid of extra memory, but at the same time use that dump to prepare you for a future situation. So it's like, if you were out on the savannah today and you ran into a lion, nothing happened. But you don't normally run into a lion. So when you go to bed that night, you think about that lion. And then when you dream, you think about all the ways that that lion could interact with you. And you think about all these, that's what the dream is the dream is like, how does the lion interact? And you plan for future that future run in with that new scenario that you had that day. So whatever new situations you're in. So that's why I always dream way more when I'm like, when I was traveling in Asia, I dreamt every night super vivid because everything was new. So every night when I would go to bed, my brain was offloading the new things and I was preparing for new things by dreaming about those new things. Like I would have dreams about being in Asia and like someone coming up to me, or like having to run away from someone, or like doing this other thing, or like whatever. It's like because my brain was in a new, I think so that's my thing on dreams is like new stimulation will result in more frequent and more vivid dreams.
Totally.
I don't know if that's true.
That is a definitely big theory. There's a lot of theories, but that's definitely one of them. Is that it's just
Okay.
it's like a storage offload. Your brain getting, okay, this is not important. It's like filing systems.
Right.
And kind of like what you're saying, practice ground of all the possibilities that could happen.
Yes. But at the same time, that does not preclude the scenario where dreams are connected to the real world. It's like, it's not like when you
as below, so above. Yeah.
As above, so below.
There we go. Exactly.
Which is very true.
And that leaves a lot of openness and interpretation for like what is really going on.
The reason why I got into dreaming is because I heard that as so like your waking world mirrors your dream world. And I thought if I could have more control in the dream world, then maybe I could have more control in my real life. But
exactly. No, for sure.
So
no, because that's the thing. Like if you are able to have, even in the framework that I'm talking about, but especially in the framework that you're talking about, like if you're able to control yourself in a dream, imagine which is a dream by nature, which is uncontrollable. If you're able to somehow come into control of the dreams, imagine the control you can have in your everyday life. Imagine that. Like if you're
in the Matrix.
Exactly, bro. You're walking around like day-to-day life, like, dude, I'm capable of anything in my dreams that I can control. So when something happens in real life, you take the same approach. You're like, I'm in full control of the situation. Nothing you can do will affect me. This is that, and this is that. And like it would, I think that if you are in control of your dreams, you are a master of your reality. I think that's what that means. Like if you are somehow able to have, and not even full control of your dreams, but just like if you're able to have influence on your dreams, I think that means you're the master of your reality.
There's levels of control.
For sure.
Like
there's like
basic one is just being like, oh, I remember this dream, and you have total recall without even having to write it down.
Right.
And then after that is being like, okay, you're actually in the dream world, like, okay, I'm lucid.
Well, no, well, yes. Number 2 is you realize that you're dreaming. You might not be able to be lucid, but you can just at least realize that you're in a dream. Yeah. And then step 3 Yeah, and then step 3 would be like being in control of that dream, which is fucking awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever been able to control your dream before.
Yeah, it's been I tried to have like a intent. Like if somehow I can actually be like, oh hey, I recognize that I'm dreaming. I'm awake now in the dream. I remember, okay, what kind of intentions did I have? And it's always I have a question. The questions are usually like, if I can speak to somebody, it'd be like, who are you? What is your name? Are you a spirit guide? And like, what can you help me with? And I've also asked like, what time is it?
Okay, yeah.
Because I heard on a TikTok, they're like, ask your dream characters what time is it, and then because it's kind of a weird. I've heard they said there was pretty scary responses. They got aggressive responses for some reason.
So that's the same thing as looking in a mirror in a dream. So it's like, because you'll look scary. Like you can look at yourself and you'll look scary, but that's what helps you realize that you're dreaming. So if you ask for the time and they give you some nonsensical response, then you can be like, oh, I'm dreaming. And that will pop you into like the lucid like ability to be able to be. And so for me, when I'm lucid, you sound like you're always going like asking the questions, like you're thinking on the psychological level.
Yeah, only because like I want to I'm trying to just learn more about myself.
So for me, whenever I become lucid in a dream,
Mm-hmm.
I'm as a guy, as a dude, the first thing I'm thinking is, can I fly? Can I fly? Oh, no. No, I'm thinking like,
the same way.
I'm like physically, can I fucking float? Like, let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so sometimes I'll start to float and I can like hardly control it and it's all weird. And I'm like scraping just above the ground, like levitating, but still flying. And then other times, like when I'm in full control of the dream, I will be able to just go and shoot fucking straight up and go to fucking wherever I want.
Oh yeah.
And that shit is cool. That's my lucid. So I don't really do the brain games so much. I do the physics games.
Totally like the same way. When I first started dreaming and stuff, I was like, okay, let me fly. Let me try to do this and that. But now it's just like,
what answers can I unlock from myself?
Yes, because I'm just trying to use that time super wisely. Because
that's a good idea.
A lot of times I will try to jump in the air and try to fly and I won't have any control. And it will boot me out of the dream world and I will
Yes.
I'll be like so awake in the real life.
Absolutely.
So I'm just like, I'm trying to like sneak around in the dream world, trying not to alert anybody. Trying to not set off things. Alarms.
Just doing things from the dome, not trying to be physical, trying to be mental.
And I have met some very interesting dream characters.
Like what?
I have met, so one person, this was he was like maybe the fifth person I met, but I was like floating around and I wasn't flying very well and I ended up back on the ground and I was in this huge crowd, think Indian crowd, like just massive, a lot of people, street vendors. And I see this man who was so much taller than everybody else and we lock eyes and I go,
Can I pause real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
You got to watch RRR, Triple R. Okay, it's on Netflix.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
One of the best
Brotherhood movie.
Dude, one of the best movies you will ever watch in your entire life.
Really?
RRR, Triple R. Stands for like something. I forget what it stands for.
Like for rebellion, brotherhood.
It's an Indian movie. It's a Bollywood movie.
Hollywood, say less.
Yeah,
say less, fam.
It's great.
Fuck with Bollywood.
There's a lot of money in it, and the acting is so good. The story is so good.
Romance.
It'll motivate
Character development.
You're gonna cry.
Setting scene.
You will cry. You will shout. You'll get up and start lifting weights, dude. You want to go on adventure, dude. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck.
I met a guide, and I asked him, what is your purpose? And he's like, I'm your flying guide. I will teach you how to fly better. And he said, we went on this epic journey. It was pretty hard. Like I had to follow him to like an open space. It was really difficult. And because we were trying not to get detected by like security pretty much.
And that's that'll wake you up. You're trying not to get detected by your conscious self.
It's like what's the guy's name in the Matrix who always tries to capture the people who are awake? Mr. Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
You're trying not to be found by Agent Smith because then you wake up. That's right. 100%.
He told me it's all on your breath work. Like you have to focus on for me at least, he told me you have to focus on your breath if you want to fly properly.
Awesome.
And ever since he taught me that, I always focus on my breath to the point where like I can hear it. And I fly much better. And so that's cool. I haven't met a guide in a really long time. Lately my dreams have been kind of scary. I don't know why.
Interesting. So scary in what sense? In terms of like, do you remember like the scare factor, or is it just like you're leaving the dream feeling unsettled?
Both, totally both. I've had where
because I don't believe in nightmares, so I don't say that. Like I believe in like dreams that are bad sometimes. I don't believe in nightmares. Like that's not even a real thing to me. Like I can have a dream. If it's bad, it's just because that's how I interpreted it. You know? It's like I don't think they're good or bad. I don't think they're like evil or good or like anything like that personally, which I know obviously that differs for every single person, I'm sure.
Say something.
But
I said the same thing.
Yeah, he likes nightmares.
Like I'll have dreams that are scary. Like they'll give me a scary.
It's exhilarating, bro.
So I dream. I don't dream I don't remember my dream every night. I do dream, right? But what other people call nightmares, those are dreams that give me an adrenaline rush, you know?
Like you said, shit.
It's exhilarating, and yeah, I love that shit.
Dude, I have dreams where I'm getting chased by a T-Rex, and it's like I will wake up like scared, but I'm also like, whoa, I'm ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It gives you that hit, dude. It's all about that little adrenaline hit. I love that.
That's awesome. Okay, so you do get that out of dreams.
Yeah,
I get.
Go
sorry.
for it.
The big thing. I'll go back to it, but the big thing for me, like I don't go as in depth with dreams as you guys go. Like I don't ever get the chance to fly in my dreams, but the big takeaways I get from my dreams are feelings. I'll have certain feelings, and that's what I remember.
Like when you wake up, like when you come to conscious.
Yeah, or like throughout the dream, like things aren't maybe as crisp as I hear other people in Brooklyn describe their dreams in terms of visualization, but I have real emotional feelings from my dream.
You come out with like the moral to the story, like you got that part.
Not quite that. Like I'll get like scared, or I'll feel like a feeling of love, or kind of like
cool.
that.
And you can hang on to that, and you hold that. Like after you come out of the dream, you hold on to that and you feel that still.
Yeah, I'll feel like either like motivated or wanting to do good, or exactly.
Fuck yeah. So you definitely are still dreaming. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
This is something that we've had in common. Have you ever like just heard music in your dream world?
Who, me?
Yeah, Justin. Like music. What about, have you heard?
Yes. 100%. And when I hear music, it's old songs. It's like songs from my childhood. It's not ever a new song. It's always songs from my childhood. It's always like a John Denver song, or like a fucking like a, you know, it's always, and I will say there's always a lack of melody. So it's always words.
Oh, that's what I was just about to ask. Yeah. I was going to say, is there words?
No, it's always just the words of the song. Like the or like the emotions of the words. It's never. I rarely hear melodies or sounds or tunes.
Interesting. That's so cool.
Do you hear sounds or tunes?
I rarely have a musical dream. I've had like maybe, but they have been super significant. The ones that I have had, they were just like, one time I knew I was in the dream world, but I was surrounded in black. And it was just this huge, long, just this huge, like, it was really long. It was like a full on like 5-minute song, had to been. But it was just jazz and like
Really, jazz.
Totally instrumental.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
It was so cool. The ending was like
epic
ending. It was amazing.
The crescendo was perfection.
It was, and I just wish I had Shazam or something.
So that's what I hear a lot about famous artists and musicians and composers, is that they will wake out of a sleep. They will wake out of a sleep with a melody in their head that they pulled from a dream. And so yeah, I have not been fortunate enough to experience that, where I'm like, oh no, actually, you know what? I take that back. There was one time where I came out of a dream and I was like, fuck, I need to write this song right now. And I couldn't remember it when I woke up. But like that feeling has happened to me, but that's when I hear about it most, is like composers, musicians coming out of a dream state with that melody and that tune in their head already.
I have two things. So the last two dreams that I had, the ones I was talking about, how I woke up and remembered them and I went back to sleep, and then I got up again and went to work and then I forgot all about them. They were like that, how you said a musician will wake up from a dream and write it down. I got the feelings like there were really cool movies that I wanted to shoot. If I was a movie director, I wanted to like
you got the arc, you got the story arc.
I got the,
like,
yeah,
it's all there.
And it was like it was like a really cool epic storyline, plot twist, like everything.
Yes.
That was a feeling I got from it, but I didn't remember any of it.
Dude, same, bro.
And then
100% same.
And then when it comes to hearing music in dreams, when I go to sleep and it's very quiet and it's pitch black, so like pretty much sensory deprivation, and I'm able to separate my mind, my consciousness from all my external sensory inputs. When I'm on the edge of wakefulness and sleep, I'll get into this trance where I can hear this music from this other realm, and it's the most epic, beautiful music that I've ever heard. Better than like any, like, I think the closest thing that I can like describe it to is some of the crazy sounds like EDM music people have made, like Daft Punk. But
would you say that the music is calling to you, like to draw you in, or is it just making itself known, or is it repelling you?
It's there, and I tune the dial into it, and now I'm able to hear it. It's like how
it's something that's already existing. It's like the microwave background radiation of the universe.
Yeah, or just like a regular radio. Like right now, we can't hear the regular radio, but there's radio waves going through us right now.
Going through our shit.
But if you take an old school radio, you could tune the dial and you could land on a station, or you could go in between the stations. And like how Brooklyn was saying with her instrumentals that she would hear those beautiful jazz sounds. For me, it was like either the most beautiful classical music or like the most epic, beautiful electronic EDM space sound music. And it's like some of it, when I say like space sound, you know how there's like the interstellar, like sounds
there's
like
also
that.
The whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It'll be like that sound, but like what it actually is, like I don't know. I don't even
like
know
you feel like you're getting to no. Like when you hear it, Like you feel like that's the actual true pureness of the sound, not like some
Right,
interpretation of it.
Right. And everything's an interpretation and a replication of it. Exactly. Yeah.
It's like if we're reading it from the universe, we have to translate it through a synthesizer or something.
But
So that's a fake sound, but you feel like you're hearing the pure sound.
and it happened. Yeah, dude. It's dude. I haven't. I don't tap into this a lot. I used to a lot more when I would fall asleep with my gun headphones on. And but these days I'm so tired. I'd like literally lay down and close my eyes and I fall asleep within like 30 seconds. But yeah, it's always on that edge of wakefulness and asleep, and then that's when I would be able to tune in.
So what I will say about dreams and kind of what I talked about earlier, is just the danger of monotony, because if you get into a pattern, and patterns are great, patterns are fantastic. Life is easier and better when you have a system and a rotation and of frequent events. However, the dream world suffers from that because like like my opinion, like I said earlier, is like dreams are spurred when you're doing new shit. So it's like the more you can get into the dream realm is dependent on how much new and different shit you're doing. For me personally, and I don't know if that's how it translates for everybody, but so that's what I would say is my takeaway.
It's like kind of adding more words to your word bank, like
Yes.
Your vocabulary, yeah.
Yeah, it's like increasing your vocabulary for sure.
Any sort of like learning like that, it's like it's gonna be that part of the brain that is stimulated, you know, like that learning, the learning brain. It's incredible.
But you could be you'd be surprised that it could also be the opposite effect. Like you see something in the dream world, and
that you latch on to.
And then you discover it finally here in the waking world.
Right.
And what happened to me was I don't think she was my spirit guide, but I met this veiled woman, and she's like an archetype in real life. Cause I was like Googling, I was like veiled woman, like a veiled like maiden. And she's like a real archetype that the Egyptians talk about and Carl Jung talk about.
What's it mean?
She's basically your subconscious. She's the hidden parts. So
you were able to find that? Like you were able to look at that and like saw that. Did it say anything?
No. So like what? And no, she came to me. I was amongst all these people who I first finally met. My very first time of being like, hey, who are you? Are you a spirit guide? And he was just this little boy and he was eating. And I was like, hey, who are you? He's like, I'm Kyuko. And I was like, are you a spirit guide? And he's like, yeah, I'm your adventurous spirit. And I was like, can you introduce me to more? And all of a sudden, just more people just came to the table. And
were those all of yourselves?
I have to believe it was. But then this lady, and she was veiled. I couldn't see her face. She looked kind of like Mexican, Latina. She had dark hair, features. But that's all I could determine. And she was veiled, and she was paired and came with a man and a crone, like an old lady. And I thought that was really weird because they wouldn't speak to me. And they pushed me away out of the crowd and encircled me, and I was lifted out and I became awake in the world. And I was like, what was that? I was like, what was that? So I like just went to Google and I like was like spirit guides. I was like veiled lady, and it talks about she has different names.
Well, what it sounds like is like, so if you saw the veiled lady, that's like your core self. But then you were confronted with all these other versions of yourself and you were overwhelmed with them all at once, and then you woke up, or maybe or something like that.
Definitely overstimulated.
So same thing when you try to fly, like it's too hard to fly, like it's too scared to fly. Like when you got emotional and you saw your spirit guide, which is you, right? Your internal self, and then all the other versions of yourself around you, that was too much or whatever. Because everyone has multiple versions of themselves, right?
That's-
I have
So you
tons of them.
Arent has a lot, but no, yeah, and like being overstimulated in the dream world is definitely a big problem of mine, because like I just being overstimulated and being understimulated, those are two main issues. Being overstimulated totally will make me wake up, and if I just stand there and do nothing, if I'm just like looking around and not talking, not
you
touching,
lose the dream.
I lose the dream and I wake up. So it's
Yep.
such a hard balance, because you
It is.
can't do one or the other. You have to be doing something, and you can't be doing too much either. It's just a hard
Right.
balance.
Do you think that there are other other parts of yourself, or they could be like ancestors or past lives,
Yes.
or
Avatar. That's what came to my mind was the Avatar ring, like your ancient selves, like that have survived throughout time.
other people with
totally.
other lives within your DNA, you know?
I think there has to be.
Dude, we right now are a continuing fucking state of existence from the fucking first living molecule that split. Like that, our ancestors passed this shit down onto us. Listen, hold on.
Yeah, go. We're going together, dude. I'm going with you.
Go.
You said from the first from like ever, like existence of reality, like whatever we are is like connected to that, you know, from the very
saying.
not even just planet Earth, you know, like literally the universe.
That's so if you're gonna tell me a dream doesn't have like stellar significance, then you're full of shit. Like there are realms of our DNA that are existing for 1 billion years, like we talked about last podcast. 1 billion years. I thought it was way shorter than that. 1 billion years of life replicating itself on this planet. DNA that exists in us. Same fucking shit. Trace it back. You can do that. Do the math. Do the chemistry. And to think that that somehow does not have an effect on our subconscious brain that is literally a third of our existence, like our dreaming subconscious brain, and it would be ignorant to ignore or to think that that is not somehow like the closest we can get to a raw experience with our roots, our ancestry, our DNA, you know.
The dream world could be the doorway, or a doorway.
Yes. To ancient knowledge.
Yes, 100%.
So I talked about how like we talked about like how we hear music in dreams, and like I talked about how in this certain conscious state, it's like I'm a radio tuner and I'm tuning into this frequency to hear these sounds
that are already existing,
that are already there. It's not like I'm creating them myself. I'm tapping into them.
They're there.
Hear them. They're there already. Consciousness is in that regard. You know, there's a lot of philosophers have theorized like the brain is just an antenna. Consciousness is not local, but it's through an etherical field throughout the universe.
Absolutely.
And we see other elements like that in reality, like the electromagnetic spectrum and the actual radio that we use in our cars to tune into
propagates
frequencies
through space, without a corporeal form.
And you can tune into it using an antenna and a receiver. And then there's sound resonance where they do the sound or the sand experiments where you have the vibrational plate and you'll have a certain sound frequency vibrating through the plate and it'll create certain patterns. Have you seen those? I think we talked about those before.
Yes.
That blew my mind. I didn't know that was real.
And there's tons of those.
Yes.
There's tons of those, but it's the same idea. Like you have the certain frequency
resonance frequency.
And so we see that in sound waves. We see that in the electromagnetic spectrum in those waves.
We see it in
So
in
that means
molecular propagation in a molecule in a solid. You click it on this side, that wave propagates through that solid material to the other side. Whether or not it's perceptible depends on how sensitive your instruments are. It's always happening everywhere. Waves are everywhere.
consciousness is like can be the same thing, you know, and there's different conscious states. There's lower conscious states, there's higher conscious states. You're connecting into certain realms in dreams, and you're hearing music and you're seeing different things. It's the same deal, except like we are the antenna.
We are so that's the thing. You know, we are the universe. Obviously, we're built of it. Like we talked about last episode, we broke it down element by element. We are the universe. Overall, we are the same exact most common elements in the universe. We are that. So to think that the same energy and the same forces that connect those so let me restate this. So the same functions, the same equation that resulted in that much material that created us has to be connected somehow. It doesn't have to be, but it could be, and it probably is. So
Yes, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, I got to take a piss too.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Yeah, do a tribal fitness break or throw up a emergency meeting break.
Emergency meeting break.
Oh, hold on, and then I'll do a segment later where I show the trees outside. It's all poplars, and they're all turning orange. It's beautiful out here. It's insane.
Awesome.
Oh shit. I mean pizza.
That pizza looks fire. Should we get Mountain Mike's tonight?
I love mountain bikes.
Should I wear my shirt and just walk in and be like, I'm here to take what I'm here to do the delivery, and then just grab one and we go.
You should be even more bold. You should say, "Hey, I'm just making my employee pizza for tonight."
Hey, wash your hands, kid.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, cheers.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, mates.
Cheers. Ew. Oh, so I'm gonna give you the tour now before the light goes out because it's getting dark. So let me show you where I'm at. So this is the east side of Glacier Park. I'm on the Blackfoot Reservation.
Is the doggy with you?
No, because the dog is not allowed on any trails. No animals allowed on it.
Oh, national parks, right?
Right. Yep. So
That's too bad.
someone has a fucking house right there that they're building, which is
Yeah, it looks
incredible.
like the Folsom Lake fucking walls. What do they call those again?
Levee, but this is
Like a Folsom Lake levee.
But this is a cut in the side of the mountain to make a road. So this is the other side where the national park is over here. So the river coming out of St. Mary Lake is right there. And that's where I'm sleeping tonight. I'm sleeping right there. And there's not been anyone on this road for the last 10 minutes at least. And so you can't really see it, but kind of over this direction is where the pass is. That's Logan Pass. That's where I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to hike to Hidden Lake first, try to catch a trout, and then go to Gunsight Lake and camp there overnight. And then make it out by tomorrow. I have work, or after tomorrow, the day after that, I have work at 3. So I have to try to hike out. I have to do a 5-mile hike Thursday morning and then get back to the car and do a 4-hour drive. So that's going to be tough, but it's going to be so worth it tomorrow. It's going to be insane, dude. I'm going to be so far away from people. So this is like postseason. This is like all the lodging is shut down. There's no lodging in the park. The road going to the sun to the pass is still open for the moment. But it closes on the third Monday in October. So I've got like 3 more weekends that I can come up here. And I'm coming up here every weekend. And I'm coming to this spot to do the podcast every Tuesday from now on until the third Monday in October. Because I get 4 bars right here. And I am not wasting any more fucking time. I'm coming up here. Dude, I've been working. I just worked a 14-day week. I did 2 60-hour weeks in a row.
Wow.
2 60-hour weeks. I'm gonna be fucking rolling in money, bro. I'm so excited. But we got a new system, Oracle. We just paid $500,000 to get Oracle for our lodging guest reservation system at work. And I'm a supervisor, so I had to help roll that out. And it's been just the fucking worst time ever. So I'm gonna be here the next 3 podcasts at least on Tuesday right here. I get 4 bars. This has solidified the fact that I'm doing this. Like the fact that I can do this on my Tuesday, I get to drive up and then just get ready to go on any hike that I want from this position. This is a perfect position. This is the park. The park is that way. So I'm like at the extent of the park. So I get to go choose wherever I want to go back in from here.
I love it.
But yeah.
You know what I haven't seen on the podcast yet though?
What's that?
One of these podcasts, I need you to like climb to the top of the mountain that's behind your house and shoot some guns. Live.
Oh, dude, we'll do a gun shooting podcast.
Live.
What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Why haven't we done that yet?
Oh, because I don't get service up there.
You don't get service on top of the mountain? You always get
No,
service
I have Wi-Fi. No. Oh, maybe on top. Maybe I
on
would.
top of the mountain. Or at least near the top.
Now we're thinking.
I get service on top of Mount Lassen. Great service.
I can definitely find a place secluded. If what you're talking about is having me shoot guns live on the podcast, I can find a place to do that.
If not, yeah, live. We need live.
Exactly. I can find a place.
I might have to find a place too. If it's not on a Tuesday, we'll have a special emergency meeting on the weekend.
We'll have an emergency meeting. Wow, it got dark in here. Dude, see
What
this?
time do you start work?
I was wondering what those were. Are those your LED lights?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna plug them in if I can find the connector.
We've been thinking about
Look-
getting a Prius.
Look at all these cables I have.
There's so many wires.
Look at all these. God damn it. Oh, here it is.
What's hanging on your rearview mirror? Can we get like a car tour, like a mini?
Oh,
look
sure,
like
yes.
cool things.
So this is my
Hold
tiny
on.
dream catcher. Oh, yeah.
I changed it
Okay.
to your full screen.
Okay, hold on. Let me plug in the lights so that I'm not draining my car battery. And so that I'm on the Jackery only. Jackery, please sponsor me, Jackery. Oh, hold on.
You need a Yeti. You need to get one of the Yeti ones.
Ooh, I like it. Those are hot.
I can do.
Ooh.
Oof,
Oof. I love it. Those are
Let's do
sick.
white. Let's go all the way up. We'll just blast it so we can see in here.
Totally a vibe.
It's a big vibe, and it fucking, dude. I could leave these lights and this fan. I don't know if you can see that. This fan.
I saw the fan. I like it.
I can leave the lights and the fan on for 3 days straight.
How many watt hour is your Jackery?
240. That's it.
If we go 6. We go 7.
Nice.
Yeah, my shit is tiny, bro. Okay. So it's kind of a mess. Wait, what was I doing? What were we gonna do?
Oh,
Car tour.
what's on your rearview mirror?
Oh, yes. So we'll start with the dream catcher from Banff. So I picked that up at a
Dream Travels.
exactly because I sleep in here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have the dream catcher. This is a fake. What's that rock?
Pyrite.
Jade?
No. No, it's blue.
Oh, sapphire.
Hold on, let me shine the light on it. Hold on.
Azul.
Azul, yes. That is literally what it is, bro. But I didn't want to say that because no, yeah, what do you call that shit? I mean it's the blue shit.
Opal.
It's got opal. Yes, it's one of those things.
Aqua.
And it's got iron chains tied to every third one. And I got this at the St. Regis Stampede, which that shit, dude, there's so fucking many people. It's the largest gathering in Montana. St. Regis Stampede. This is my most sacred piece. This is my most favorite thing. This has been hanging here the longest.
Oh, okay.
This was made by my friend Levi of the Stony Nakota Nation outside of Banff. So they are kind of between Banff and Calgary up in Alberta. And me and my friend Isaiah, we went on a 3 or 2 months kind of road trip throughout the United States. And when we were in Alberta, we tried to go fishing, and we used the fishing app. You have it, Jordan. We used it, but it was like the fishing social media app, and it said, "Look at this lake," and it was just like pictures of people catching fish at this lake. So we go and walk to it, but we have to like walk through this like along this fence and like go all the way over here to get to it, and that's what it says to do like on the app. And we start fishing, we catch a little sucker fish, we're having a good time, and then this guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, do you know like so and so?" We're like, "No." It's like, "Do you know this guy?" And we're like, "No." It's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "My name's Justin." And then like Isaiah was like, "My name's Isaiah." He's like, "You guys know where you are?" We were like, "No." He's like, You guys are on the Stony Nakota reservation. You're standing on like so and so. His name was like Billy Bob. I swear to God, his name was Billy Bob. But he was like but he was a Native American Stony Nakota First Nations man. But his name was like Billy Bob or something. And it's like that is his like ancestral burial ground right there. Like that's where his grandfather and his father are buried, right where you're just walked over to get to the lake. Like so we walked over the burial ground to get to the lake. Because we were walking along the fence. But that's like right where they had the graves.
Did you hear about what the law California passed?
No.
The compost. California passed a law that's allowing composting of human bodies now, and for humans to be after they die instead of like cremation or being.
If you're a donor.
No. I'm saying like you have choices, right? You can either have like a burial, like be buried in a casket, or be cremated. California passed a new law, and there's businesses in California now that are doing a composting service, and your body basically gets turned into compost. Like you're in a compost bag, and they plant you, and then a tree will grow out of you or whatever.
The liberal world,
it's like
the world that liberals want you to live in.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's so fucking hilarious. Honestly, that's some fucking San Francisco shit. Like that's the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
But I like that idea though. Like,
no. Like the mushroom bags. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with those. Like, you get buried in a bag and it like spores the mushrooms and you like become part of the mycelial network. I fuck with that shit.
Yeah. So,
but if you're gonna be getting cremated by the government or put in a bag by the government, that never works out well.
I'm just saying. Like, sorry. It's on that same idea. I guess there was a lot of like hooplas to go with what they were doing, and so like it was already happening, but it's legal now, and that's all that. California.
Oh, okay. No, I'm down with that.
Recognize that as a like legal way to dispose of a human body, I guess.
Oh, cool.
And but they're also like in the law. I heard there's like some loopholes in the law, so you might be getting like mulch and compost at your hardware
with human body parts
that might be made of humans. I don't think there's that many people dying though. You're gonna end up getting human compost at your hardware store.
I do think we should just get rid of cemeteries altogether. Like,
for sure, we should get rid of cemeteries. We should get rid of grass lawns.
No, dude.
Listen,
talking about, dude, you like a grass soccer field, a grass baseball field, like.
Did I say soccer field? But
if I have acreage, I'll do what I want with my land.
Yes, absolutely.
But we should just get rid of cemeteries. Cemeteries are lame.
I fuck with that idea. That is a good idea.
Like, I mean, if anything, have just one tall skyscraper, and that be.
No. Do it like the Japanese. Do it like they have a shrine to their ancestors in their house. You don't need a fucking burial ground.
That's even better. You're right.
You have a nice area that you keep like to respect the ancestors that have passed away. You don't need to go to the fucking burial ground that you only go to once a year and that no one can live on and that is toxic to the environment. Yes. It's like, there's so many better ways to do that. So many better ways.
President, I would outlaw cemeteries.
I think I would vote for that if that was on the bill.
Hey, speaking of Japanese, have you watched Cobra Kai?
Yeah, my God.
No.
You gotta watch Cobra Kai, dude. You gotta Cobra Kai. You're gonna come away feeling so motivated after you watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cobra Kai. What's it on?
It's a little cringe.
Is that like the
Because-
Netflix original?
Yeah.
But it's got all the same actors from the original Karate Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Karate Kids growing up?
So
No.
Jaden Smith is in it.
No, that's not the Karate Kid.
That's
That's
not Karate
fucking
Kid.
What is
that's
that?
That's
not,
garbage.
what was he in? That wasn't Karate Kid. That was was that a Karate Kid?
It was. They try to remake it. Yeah.
No. This is like
OG.
Ralph Macchio, Mr. Miyagi, Karate Kid, like the Cobra Kai Netflix one. Ralph Macchio's in it. It's the original dude that plays Johnny Lawrence. It's the original guy that plays the Cobra Kai teacher.
Fuck yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's like all the OG guys grown up, and the story picks up like 30 years later when they're all like got families and stuff.
It's
Oh, I'm
really
down.
good.
Also,
Action packed.
you gotta watch Ted Lasso. You gotta watch.
I
Ted
have.
Lasso.
Is that a meme? Are you memeing me?
Dude.
Because I love that show.
Ted Lasso is so motivational.
An American football coach going over to coach soccer, dude. You talking about? I am the prime audience for that. I love that fucking show.
Yeah,
I've already watched it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, of course I've watched it. We haven't watched it for like 2 years. We watched it like right when the second season came out.
What about have you been
We've been
the
waiting.
Dragons? House of Dragons.
So wait. Oh yes, I have. Yes. Well,
Mhm.
no, I've watched the first 2 episodes. That's it. So don't talk to me about it.
I won't.
Dude, they die, bro.
sorry.
They die.
No!
They die. They're dead. Every single one of them, they're dead. That's Game of Thrones, dude.
Damn it! What was the one we were talking about before that?
Wait,
What was the one you brought up?
Ted Lasso.
The other one on Apple you need to watch is the one where they go to the moon. That's the best one, dude. That is the best Apple
That's
show.
That's better than Ted Lasso.
It's a TV
Yes,
show.
yes. It's like 3 seasons, and it's like if the space race never ended. So it's like if Russia put a probe on the moon, which they do in the show. Russia puts a probe on the moon, and it's like a space race between the USA and Russia in the 70s and 80s. It's fucking awesome. It's a fantastic show. I would highly recommend it.
Oh, dude, I got a topic speaking about the space race.
Yes, sir.
There's some new documents that came out recently.
Okay.
I have to look into it. I was listening to Jimmy Black of Fade to Black. I'm a diehard Fade or Not. I listen to all his. He's like George Norrie, but he like really leans. George Norrie goes
He's
into
paranormal.
but well, yeah, he's paranormal, but he talks to everybody. He'll listen to everybody that's cutting edge, right?
Right.
Jimmy Church like leans hard into ancient alien and UFO stuff. He'll talk to ancient alien guys. It's not necessarily what he believes, but he leans more towards UFO stuff. But I was listening to his latest radio show because he's like actually on the radio, just like George Norrie, not just a podcast. And supposedly there was some new documents, like official government documents that were just leaked. And it was about a government program or government programs pertaining to UFOs and UAPs in the past, dating back to like not just the new ones. We've talked about all the new ones like ATIP and ACE, like all the UFO stuff that's been coming out recently, but this is like dating back to like the 70s and 80s. So I don't know. I gotta look into it more, but there's some stuff that was just released that was pretty interesting. And they supposedly there was a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about that has recently been disclosed now that the government knew about decades ago. And it's also like we were talking about dreams and consciousness stuff. it was also pertaining to like psyops, like psychic stuff, bending spoons, the men who look at goats type stuff. So I don't know. I got to look into it. I didn't, I was working as I was listening to it, and I haven't read the documents and looked into it myself, but it's my homework for this next week.
There we go. Also, real quick, have we been live this whole time?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Any comments?
I hope so. It says live YouTube.
Do we have any comments?
What we should do? We should go. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
What are you saying? Say it.
Yeah, say it.
I was gonna say we should be the first people to host a live podcast on Pornhub.
Oh, fuck yeah. We'll just create an account.
Does
I
that?
have shit I could upload.
Who else does that?
If
We
we need
don't
to
even
get
have to get
verified.
naked.
Oh, true.
We don't. Oh,
But they would probably want us to get verified before we go live.
oh, I don't have a problem.
I have a repertoire that I could probably get approved.
I got a fake ID.
Let's go. That's fire. We that would be legendary though. Or we could at least have a fake Pornhub link, and that's even better.
I gotta get a green screen.
Yeah. There would be a couple things that would need to change before that, but
I'm just saying we're not like we don't actually have to get naked on Pornhub. We just use Pornhub as a hosting platform.
oh, true. Yeah. If we're not getting naked, yeah, okay, cool.
No, like
Do you
yeah.
have to like be doing sexual acts to
Be on Pornhub.
be on Pornhub?
I remember they used to have like chess matches where it's like the guy wins in a certain way, and that was like that got people off, so they would post it on Pornhub. But I don't know if they do that anymore.
Don't get me started on chess, bro. Dude, don't get me started. Have you been following the chess?
Yes!
Magnus Carlsen, dude.
I heard somebody
He got dethroned.
Look, dude. Hans has that. He had a remote butt plug up his ass, and he cheated to beat the world
He was
number one greatest chess
vibrating
player
his
of all time,
anus.
dude.
Break it down. Break it down for me. What happened?
Okay, so there was a chess guy, and he was an underdog going against a grandmaster.
Well, hold on. He's an underdog that's been caught cheating in chess before.
Before.
It's not
True.
his first offense?
No, he's been caught.
Well, no.
He's always a cheater.
Hold on. Let me clarify.
Accusation.
No, not just accusations. He's been caught.
The second one is an accusation. There's no proof of the second one.
Yeah.
There's no proof of the butt plug. No proof.
I'll clarify it. He's been caught. Hans, I forget his last name. His name's Hans, though. He's an American. He's like
Zimmer.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, he's like 19 years old. He's young, but he got caught cheating in online chess.
Okay.
Right.
And
Yes.
he was reprimanded and he was banned or suspended from online chess. And that's a fact. He cheated, and he's admitted to it in online chess.
Okay.
There was a tournament in St. Louis. I forget the tournament name in St. Louis.
Okay.
Again, and he ended up playing the world number one Magnus Carlsen, who's considered the greatest chess player in the history of ranked chess.
Modern ranked chess.
Modern chess. And he ended up, this guy, massive underdog, ended up beating Magnus Carlsen.
Mm-hmm.
In his next match, Magnus Carlsen quit after like a couple moves and then withdrew from the tournament. And recently, within this past week, he posted on social media how he believes that Hans. So this was like a month ago.
No, he retweeted it. He didn't say anything himself.
No, he had like I heard that he posted something about like how he believes he's cheating.
Well, no, I think he retweeted a dissenting opinion from someone that stated that he was cheating. So he never came out and accused anyone of cheating.
Oh, okay. I think this
he
was
did not
like
personally.
This was like within the last this was like within the last 2 days, like pretty.
Okay,
recent.
then I do not know about that. Okay, I do not know.
Yeah,
about
no, I know. He went weeks. He tweeted something, and then he went radio silent. But this was recent.
Right.
This was within like the last 2 days that I saw.
I haven't been okay. Last update I had was like a week ago. So
No, this was
You're
like
probably
really
up to
recently.
date.
He had like it was
Okay,
like
okay.
a lawyer. It was like a lawyer drafted thing. It was it was
Statement.
really statement. Yeah, it was like really recently. So, anyways, this guy Magnus, who withdrew from the tournament, he's considered the greatest chess player ever of all time, and he lost this guy and. People are saying like, how did this guy cheat against him? And this is it's called over the board chess. That means in person live, which is much harder to cheat in. And in these tournaments, they will like pat you down and then use like a wand on you to see like if you got like metal stuff on you. But supposedly for this tournament, they didn't wand him and they only patted him down before their match.
Mhm.
After Magnus withdrew and the accusations of cheating, they did use the metal detector wand. But people are saying this guy might have used electronic remote butt plug, like they use, like cam girls use. He can get signals
to use signals from a bot, so from the computer. Because you cannot beat a computer. Humans have not been able to beat a computer in chess for the last probably 20 years, or has it been 10 years? How long has it been?
Since modern computers and microchips have been around, pretty much.
So if you can have a live feed, because these are live broadcasts. So if you have the move going to a computer, going to an anal implant that is telling you. The computer says move here.
So how
then
is
you
okay?
can-
Sorry. Yes. How was he getting the signal to move then? Like from his butt?
Yes, from his anal implant, you would have like vibrate 2 for left, vibrate 1 for right, vibrate 10 times for this way.
So on the chessboard, it goes depending on which side you're on. Like if you're white, it'll go like A1 in the left corner.
So it was a vibrator, over. Pretty much.
Yeah,
and they were using
like the ones cam
girls the code lingo. Yes.
Oh my God! No way! What a perv!
And so what's also interesting is that after Magnus lost, or after Hans beat Magnus, Hans went on to play a few more matches, and they had stricter testing and all that in terms for like they like did the metal detector and all that, and he ended up getting whooped in all the matches after he beat the world number one, the greatest chess player of all time. He couldn't beat anyone else and got not just lose them, but like get absolutely shit on. And Magnus said during his match against Hans, the cheater, that he didn't feel like he was all there mentally, like he wasn't completely focused and that he was absent-minded.
That's because he was orgasming.
It's because he was getting his prostate tickled. That's why.
That guy was on cloud 9.
Damn. So, but he hasn't come out and admitted guilt yet, though.
No, of course not.
No, he'll be banned from chess forever if he does.
Because this is what we listen, this is what we still have to say is that there's still no proof.
There's no the butt plug is a theory.
Yep, there's still no proof.
He's been accused of cheating, but over the board,
and he's been caught of cheating. Yes.
He's been caught of cheating in online chess, but over the board chess, like I said, it's much harder to cheat.
How do you cheat on online chess?
Online
because
chess,
you get the input from the computer.
You get a multiple screen right there. Chess.com is the #1 chess website in the world. And there's verified guys play with verified accounts. And
so you can't have multiple windows up and all this sort of like second lock.
They can tell if you're playing too perfect. They can tell if that's like a bot playing. But so he has been caught. Hans has been caught cheating in virtual chess.
I'll just say once a cheater, always a cheater.
Very true.
Very true, man.
Very true. Honorability and nobility is a trait that transcends life. And if you break that code and ethic and honor, then that is,
What's stopping you from breaking it again?
Exactly.
Already broke the seal. The seal's broken. And yeah, man.
Respect
Right
to
here.
those that have unbroken code.
CNN 12 hours ago, their headline is chess world champion Magnus Carlsen explicitly accuses rival Hans Niemann of cheating.
He has finally come to the blows of accusations.
That was the article. So he posted here's his Twitter. This is from his verified Twitter account. September 26th. What's today? Today's the 27th.
29th. Oh, it's
no. Dude, you're 2 days ahead, dude. Today's the 27th. The 27th. This was him yesterday at 12:35. Yeah, so 36 hours ago. No, well, not quite 36 hours ago, but yeah, 12:35 yesterday, my time, is when he made the tweet with that official statement, and he said my statement regarding the last few weeks, and then he posted like a huge essay.
Sheesh.
If he did cheat with a butt plug, you know damn well that's not his first time with a plug-in.
That's true.
He's got to learn how to use it. Yeah. He's got to learn how to use it.
It's a skill. It comes with time. Yes. Jordan White. Oh God, I thought Jordan just been. I didn't even know what just was about to happen there. Anyway,
right now, dude.
we have moved the link. Well,
who's watching your dog?
My neighbor's there.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is very nice because I don't feel bad leaving him one night because I can just fill up the water and the food, leave him there one night.
No, yeah, night, biggie.
One night's no problem. If I'm going 2 nights, I'm like, shit, you got to refill the fuel or the food. You got to refill the water. So Sandy is an absolute legend and queen. She lives off grid, just a couple plots down, and she always takes care of him. I think she mostly takes care of him because he barks when he's hungry. So she's mostly just trying to. That's right.
Right on.
What are you guys thinking about getting any animals or no?
I want to, but not here at this place.
But maybe at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to have a shit ton of dogs. And I want
have a pack.
Yeah, whenever we go somewhere new and it's our own place, then I want to get at least 2 guard dogs. I want to get 1 hunting dog, and then 1 I don't know, kind of like a derp dog, like he's just there to have fun.
Well, when it comes to hunting dogs, you're gonna need a bird dog and you're gonna need a meat dog.
So
you're gonna need 2 different types of dogs.
And a retriever.
Yeah, and a retriever.
And
for the ducks. You need at least three hunting dogs.
Dude, speaking of hunting, my coworker, I forgot to bring it home today. But my coworker got a deer this weekend.
Oh, let's go! Where was he at?
He was in Diamond Springs on his family's property. His family owns
what does a fucking California deer tag cost?
Too much. I don't even know. I don't even have my hunting license this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. Fuck, that's fucked.
But last I checked, it was 4 times the amount of a Montana tag.
Yeah, ours is $40.
Maybe not that much. I think maybe the license was 4 times the amount though. I don't know. But my coworker, his family owns a huge mobile home, Granite Bay Estates. They own the land that Granite Bay Estates is on, except up in Placerville area. And they've had it since the 70s. And then there's also a bunch of undeveloped land, and it's 150 acres. And he hunts it every year. And every single season he gets a deer. And so he gave me the heart, the 2 kidneys, and a little bit of the liver. And I was gonna
That's
bring it home
awesome.
to eat, but I forgot it at work.
What the fuck, dude? That's got to be for next week.
Or tomorrow. I gotta eat it before it goes bad.
Well, we can't be just missing opportunities like this to label the podcast eating raw liver or like, raw harvested.
This podcast is
Come on,
labeled.
man.
This podcast is labeled "Nukes Aren't Real." It's a good one.
Okay, that is a good one.
That's
That is
a
a
good
great one. That's actually fantastic.
Which
I'm okay with
that's
that.
pretty mind blowing to me. I've never heard that before. And that's something to think about.
Yep, I've never heard it either. It is stimulating mental floss.
Think about it. Like, we've grown up our entire lives
Yes.
without a nuclear. Our
We
entire
are
lives,
post Cold War babies. We are all post Cold War.
even during the Cold War, like they were doing at the end of the Cold
Bombs did not go off.
all the nuclear testing was underground. We haven't been alive since a nuclear bomb has been detonated above ground. And we haven't been alive since anyone has landed on any other planetary body.
That's fucked up. And that's why the fucking what mission? That's what we'll talk about next podcast. I'll save it for next podcast. That was my whole thing. I was going to go in on the asteroid defense mission that we have.
You want to go into it right now, or you want to say
no. I'm tired.
It's like pitch black right now.
Oh, dude, it's completely dark. I cannot see a single thing outside. If I were to turn this off, can you see me at all?
There's a dot. There's like a light dot. I don't know what it's from though.
Yeah. So I'll probably call it. But just know next week, bro, this Tuesday, I swear to fucking God, I need to be right here. I will be right here. I'll be in the same exact spot, 300 miles away from my home. Or 200 miles away. What is it? 200 miles? It's probably 150. I'm exaggerating. 150 miles. But yeah. So sheesh. Do we have any comments in the fucking section or no? Or have we been
I don't know. I didn't post it on my Instagram or anything. Let me check. I haven't been looking.
Dude, yeah, fuck. The whole witch stuff.
We got nobody watching because I didn't post anything about it.
That's what I was expecting. But it's good for the archive. That's the best one, I think. Listen, hold on. Brooklyn, that was fantastic. Having us talk about our like dreams and our personal selves, has not happened on the podcast before. We're always doing news items and like existential shit, never personal shit. So that was very good to have that, talk about that. That was cool.
I think dreams need to be talked about more often. That's what a lot of tribal people do. Back in the day was dream sharing. It's one tactic that just makes dreams stronger. And, I don't see enough of it out in the internet. I see nobody talking about dreams. Even for books, the inventory for books, it's very, very low. Like people just don't talk about it.
It's not common in our society.
It's not.
In our culture, no one talks about their dreams.
Yeah, they just overlook that part of their life, and it's very important.
So maybe we should make that a weekly segment, Dreams of the Week. Or something.
Yeah, dreams. I want to talk more about tactics because I want to, and how you brought up mirrors, and mirrors are a very important tool in the dream world. There's so many tools in the dream world.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Mirrors are one of them. Hallways and doors. It's just little
anything. Yes. No. Anything and everything, and nothing. Dreams are incredible.
Yeah.
All right. I think on that note, I'm gonna probably go to sleep so I can get ready for this basically 20-mile hike that I'm doing tomorrow. So
Good
do you guys
luck.
have
Good luck and take photos.
oh fuck yeah. Are you kidding? I'm gonna be if I have service, I'll be live streaming. Just kidding. If I catch a fish, I'll post a picture of that, and then I'll post a picture of gun site late if I make it there.
Stay strapped.
We'll see.
Got it on him.
What is that? Is that a 22 long rifle?
It's a little baby dick. That's all I got.
You need to get something bigger, dude.
I got it. It's at home though.
That works.
You need something bigger for your carry though.
No, this is perfect for hikes. Having the 22 on the hike, it's the best.
What about bears?
I got bear spray.
What about you carry that and bear spray?
Fuck yes, I do. I'm trying to get a grouse, bro.
A what?
A grouse. There's grouse out here. You can shoot grouse. You can catch fish and you can shoot grouse.
They let you shoot in the national park?
Yes.
Oh, that's it.
As long as for the recovery animal, you have a shell casing to recover as well.
Oh, is there we've talked about bears. Is there a mountain lion problem in Montana?
No, not at all. There's yeah, they do have actually in the southern part or the southwestern part, yes.
But not near your property?
No.
That's cool.
I mean, and when I say not near my property is in a fucking mountain range bowl. Okay. So you go 20 miles this way, you're getting cougars. You go 20 miles this way, you're getting grizzly. You go 20 miles this way, you're getting whatever else. It's like I'm in a mountain bowl. I don't get a lot of wildlife because mountain sheep and goat are the only things that can make it over the steep terrain where I live. But if you go 20 miles that way, you got mountain goat, bighorn sheep, elk. I mean, elk are right up. Elk are the only things that do come through the property, really, because they can handle the steep terrain. But yeah, black bear, elk, all that stuff is in a 10 to 15 mile radius.
Cool.
Everything.
Thanks for having.
It's fucked up, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, Brooklyn's going to be a guest in the future.
Maybe like every other week, just because sometimes I work Tuesdays.
Whenever you don't, let us know and we'll get you on.
Whatever you want.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Whenever you want.
It was good talking to you.
Yes. Thank you, Brooklyn.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Thank you for stimulating the dream combo. We'll see you next time. All right. Is it basics out or no name out?
Hold on. Yeah, almost.
Emergency meeting?
Hold on, dude. Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Basics Podcast. I'm Jordan Weber. You can follow me
Justin.
on Getter. I'm on Getter because I'm about free speech and Truth Social. I'm over there.
I'm nowhere and everywhere.
That's him. And thank you for our special guest, my Lommel, Brooklyn. And with that, we're going to leave you with this, everybody.